Hi friends, good evening. This is Ramesh. Today we are discussing about descriptive programming language in QTP. So, what is descriptive programming language? Before going to know about the descriptive programming language, we have to know about object-oriented programming language. The QTP will support the object-oriented programming language, that is we are calling as a OOPS. And because of that, we have two types of programming scripting languages in QTP, that is object repository based scripting and descriptive language based scripting. So before going to discuss about descriptive programming, this what is the object repository based scripts. So generally the QTP will record all the application objects and store it into object repository, that is QTP stored area. There the QTP store all the learning objects of the application. So parallelly it will generate the script. So after that, when you click on run button in the QTP will go to the object repository first, and there it will identify objects and then go to application and try to identify that objects. This is the process is going on in object repository based scripts. So what is the advantages of descriptive programming and what is the disadvantages of object oriented or object repository based test scripts? So we cannot say this is a disadvantage, but descriptive programming is more faster than object repository based scripts. So now we will see how it will happen. Generally in object repository based scripts, it will store the information somewhere. Store the information, that means object information, what the QTP learn from the objects or what the QTP learn from the application, that is will be stored in the object repository area. Later it will use all the properties, names and values to recognize that object, right? So this is the process. We have three steps here. First, the QTP read all the objects from the application. The second step, it has to store and it will reuse. But in descriptive programming, we are directly giving the object information into the script. What we are doing in descriptive programming, we are giving the object information directly into the script. So that is the definition I have given here. The definition of descriptive programming language is entering or providing objects information directly into the test script is called a descriptive programming. In this method of scripting creation, we no need to have object repositories, right? Without having the object repository, we can run the script, we can write the scripts. So that's why it is faster in execution. And the scripts which are developed in descriptive programming is portable and maintenance is very easy. We can start test execution process even though application is not ready. That is the best advantages of descriptive programming language. So the disadvantages of descriptive programming language is it takes a lot of time to design the script. It consuming more test script design time, right? So we are saying that descriptive programming is nothing but providing the object information directly into the script. So we will see how it will work practically. Before that, we have two types of descriptive programming languages, that is one is called static descriptive programming language and another one is dynamic descriptive programming language. So some of the key points of object repository versus descriptive programming. So object repository and descriptive programming are two ways the QTP uses to recognize the objects. Okay, these two ways are also known as object identification techniques. Interview point of view, it is very important question. The interviewer may ask you, what is the object identification techniques? The object identification techniques is object repository based and descriptive programming. These two ways the QTP will use to recognize an object. Descriptive programming can be done in two ways. As we discussed earlier, these are two types, static and dynamic descriptive programming. A statement can be the combination of both OR and DP approach. That means you are generated a script by using an object repository. If you want to enhance that script, you can use the descriptive programming or the combination of both two. The QTP will execute both the combination or only OR based scripts or only DP based scripts. No problem. We can use the combination. OR approach can be used only before DP. Once use the DP in your statement, you can't write OR after. Right? This is a condition you have to remember. Properties and values of object for DP are captured using object spy. We can know the object property name and value by using the object spy, and we can know the hierarchy of that object by using the object spy. Variable can be used for the property values in D. Yes. Now, what is static descriptive programming language? In static method of descriptive programming, we provide a set of properties and values directly in a single line in form of the string arguments. Here I am giving some syntax. Objects class name of property name colon equal to property value within the quotes. This is an example. Here I have given some example for the web button. Generally we are using the Google search. There you can find the search button. For that, how to write the descriptive programming. So here I have given web button of name colon equal to Google search. Here the name is the property name of web button. Web button name is nothing but Google search. So that value we are given here. Here web button is class name and name is the property name. Value is what is the value of that web button. Here it is a Google search. The formation, how to format. So in this way we can form we can write the script browser of some property to identify that browser and that property value dot page of some property name of that page equal to property value of that property name dot web button of property name and value dot method. What is the method you have to perform? That method. It may be click, it may be activate, it may be set, it may be select. So this is the static descriptive programming. So now we will see how it will work. I have opened the QTP. First I'll record the script by using object repository and how it will generate the script. Before that I am taking new test to generate the script and I am opening object repository. You can see here there is no objects and no properties and no values. It is empty space because I have taken new test. Now I am opening the simple and sample example flight reservation window. The functionality of flight reservation window is we have to provide the agent name and password and click on OK. It will navigate to home page of flight reservation window. There we can select the required flights from 2 and we can select our required flight and we can enter the passenger details and we can enter required number of tickets and we can book it. This is a sample application provided by the HPQTP. So here the functionality is agent name is anything more than 4 characters. I am saying Excel is the username, password is Mercury. So it is navigated to flight reservation window. Here you can select the date and you can fly from and fly to, and you can click on flights. Here I am giving some date, London to Frankfurt. I'm selecting some flight, I'm entering some name, Excel. I require 2 tickets. I'm inserting the order. Order is inserted. So this is some basic functional flow of flight reservation window application. I am just closing this, I am opening again, and now I am performing login operation by recording the script. So I am just clicking on record button, just say click OK, activate the login and provide agent name is Excel, enter the password is Mercury and click on OK and just close it. Now the QTP records some script. It is activated login window. It is enter some value. It sets some value in agent name text box. It sets some password. This is encryption format of the password, and later it will click on OK button, and later it is closed flight reservation window. Right? When you click on object repository, now you can find all these objects in this login. The first object is login. By clicking on login button or login object, you can identify some of the property names and values. Based on this text property of login and native class and is one window, is child window, based on these properties the QTP will identify this object. Later, agent name. Here you can click and see what is the property name, native class, attached text. Based on these two classes, these properties and values, the QTP will identify this agent name. As per your requirement, you are sending some data. So after identifying this object, set is the method to set Excel as agent name. Right? Set secure is the method to set encryption password in the password edit box, and click is the method to click OK button here. Later it will close the flight reservation window. Right? So now I am closing object repository and I try to execute this script. Right. It is executed. Right? Login success and flight reservation window open. Now here I am just enhancing the script as per our requirement. If window of flight reservation dot exist, then show me a message box like as login success, else show me a message box as login failed. This is my basic script. Once the login is success, then immediately the QTP will close the window, right? I'm just try to executing this enhanced script to verify our expected output is coming or not. What it is showing, login success, right? So that means flight reservation window is appeared. Then it is showing login success. Once we click on save, then it will close. So this is our basic script. Here the QTP taking all the property names and values from the object repository window. Here you can see object repository. So now we will write the same script by using descriptive programming. Here I am saying this is object repository based test script. Okay, I'm just commenting all these lines. Now static descriptive programming. As we discussed earlier, what is the descriptive programming? In descriptive programming, we are providing the set of properties and values directly into the script, right? Now, this is my application and I have to know what is the property name and value of login window. So once I got the details about the login window, then only I can write the script. That is how to know the login window properties. Object spy. Open the object spy. It will show an hand symbol. Just click on this and click on login. Here you can see dialog login. Dialog login, list of properties and values. So any value, any property value we can take it, but here I am taking regex window title because it is relevant. It is holding the relevant value of login window. So I will start writing the script. Dialog property name dot activate. So here I have provided window object, property name and value. Now we'll see. My next object is WinEdit. WinEdit. Attach text. scoping, dialog window, and WinEdit is my class. Attached text is my property name. Agent name is the value of that property. Dot set is my method, and I am saying Excel is the agent name. I am copying the dialog WinEdit of what is my next object, password. Attached text is the property I am taking. Password is the value of that property. Set Mercury is the password. Just copying, Win button off, okay. Click. Here I have written the basic script for login by using static descriptive program. Once the login is success, then we have to close that open window. Sorry. I need this window property name and value to close this. So by using object spy, I am taking property name colon equal to value. Dot exist. If this is exist, then show me a message box. Login is success. Else show me a message box. Login failed. Once it is login success, then close this window. Right. Our basic script is ready to execute, and I have opened the application. Here I am opening object repository and I am deleting all these objects. Yes, I have deleted all the objects information in object repository which the QTP recorded earlier. Now I have opened the object repository window, it is empty. Now by using static descriptive programming, we are given all these objects, object name and values directly into the script. Now I am running this script. Yeah, you can see login success. That means the QTP executed the script based on object repository, and the QTP execute the script by using static descriptive programming also. So both are same. What is the difference? In static we are providing the object property name and value directly into the script, but in object repository based scripts the QTP will create that object and it is stored in object repository, later it will use. This is the use of static descriptive programming language. Understand? The both are same, no difference, but these are little faster in execution than object repository based scripts, right? So this is a way we can create the descriptive programming scripts. So this is the basic example I have given and what I have showed. So flight login window, here I have given the sample script and it is describing like what is what. In that script, dialog, win edit, win button, these are the test objects. Text, attached text, these are the property names. Here you can see dialog, win edit, win button, all these are test objects, and text, attached text, text, all these are property names, and login, agent name, password, OK, these are property values. This is the property name and this is the value. This is the property name and value. This is the property name of agent name and this is the value of agent name. In that agent text box we are setting some data. We are giving some inputs. Later we are performing some operation. Activate, set, click, all these are methods, right? So this is about static programming. So we have another method called dynamic descriptive programming. So this is the second way of descriptive programming language. In this we have to create that object. First we have to create the object, later we can use that object in our script. So here I have given some syntaxes to how to create that description object. Yeah, you can see set object name equal to description dot create. That means this is a notation to create one object. What is that object? Description object. So set object name equal to description dot create. Later we have to assign the property name and value for this object, right? Further, how to add the property name and value to the created object. In the first line we can see the object is created. The next line saying that you are created that object and you can assign some property name and value to that object. How to assign that property name and value? This is a notation. Object name of property name dot value of property value, or you can choose object name dot add of property name and property value, right? So now we will see how to create this description object and how to create this description object and how to use. Now I am commenting these lines. Dynamic descriptive programming. In dynamic descriptive programming, we have to create that description object. Later we can use those objects in our script. So here we can find how many objects are there. Dialog is an object. You can see from here. Dialog is an object. Agent name is one object. Password is one object. OK button is one object. Later we are closing window, flight reservation window. That is also one object. Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 objects are required. Right? 5 objects. The first object is, we are indicating small o as object. Small o of dialog short form. Description dot create. Next we need, what we need? Agent name. We need agent name object. Next, password. Password is one object. Next, OK button is one object. Next, window, flight reservation window. After login success, we can see the flight reservation window. So window, we need a object. So here I have completed object creation. Now we have to assign some values. Values assigning. Now you can see from this how to add the property. Object name dot add of property name comma property value. Now I'm following the same thing here. This object dot add of property name. How can we get the property name? Within colons, property name space property value. Next one, agent name. Already here we have taken the values. I am using these property names and values here without clicking on objects bar. I'm just reusing the properties and values. Third object, password. I'm just assigning property names and values for the created objects. The next object, OK button. What is the property name for OK button? Regex in title. and the value is okay. Next we need window. This is a property name for window. And this is a value. Right. Now all the objects are created and property names and values are also assigned. So our required objects are ready to use. So by using these objects we can write our script. I have started writing the script. This is a notation to create it. This is a way to create an object. Next one, I'm just copying win edit of agent name object dot set Ramesh. Set is a method. Win button of OK is an object. Dot click. Now our actual validation. If window of Ovin is an object of exists, then show me a message box. Login success. Else login failed. If login is success, then close this window. What is our next action? If login is success, then close open window. Right. Yes. Now descriptive programming of dynamic method is completed. Here we have a static descriptive programming by providing all the property names and values directly into the script, and here the dynamic descriptive programming. We can create these objects first, later we can use those objects in our script. Right? These are the objects. Window objects, dialog object, agent name, password, OK. So if I run this, both two scripts will give the same result because two are same. Here object repository based script, static descriptive programming based script, and dynamic descriptive programming based test scripts. All these three will give the same result. So we had discussed some disadvantages of descriptive programming, that is time consuming. It will take more time to create a scripts, but these are portable and maintenance easy. Now here I have given how to create that object and how to assign the values to that object. So set O login equal to description.create is a login object, agent name object, password object, and OK object. I have added the property names, text, width, height, attached text, and I have assigned some values, login 320, 204, all these things. Later I have used all these created objects into the test script and then execute it. It will give the same result. Right. I am commenting these lines. And I am executing this script. Click on run button. Login success. This is also executed successfully. Now we can see the difference between object repository based scripts and static descriptive programming based scripts and dynamic descriptive programming based scripts. So this is little lengthy and this is short, this is very short. This is generated by QTP by reading all the object property names and values, and it is stored in object repository. Later it will use while executing the script. But here we are intentionally providing the object property name and value to perform some actions. Yes. Next one, we have created some objects. Later we have added some values for the created objects. Later we have used these objects in our script. Later I have executed. Both three will the same, but you can understand the difference between object repository based script and descriptive programming based scripts. This is portable but it will time consuming. Right. This is all about descriptive programming. Thank you very much.